Hey everybody. If I look a little scattered, my hair not all done up and all that stuff, and weird angle here, that's because I just finished with a little bit of work I'm doing on a master's project. If you want to know more about it, I guess message me, something like that. But my work on the master's project has brought me to a subject that I'd like to talk about. Whenever whenever a shooting happens, you almost always hear mental health being brought up. I mean, almost every time people talk about wanting to have mental checkups, or don't want mentally diseased people having firearms, and you hear stuff like that go all over the place. I can't even remember them all properly because I just got done reading about reading stuff for about 2 hours or something like that. So the man, I'm hating not being able to edit all this stuff out. But you always hear the mental health and all that stuff being thrown around, and gun control, and all these people, so many, you hear polls of this many people support the idea of banning people with mental illnesses from having firearms. That makes sense. If you just hear, if somebody just walks up to me and say, hey, do you want a deranged person having a firearm? I'd say no, of course not. But do I think there should be laws about it? Do I think we should make laws that check your mental health before you own firearms, or before you obtain a carry permit and all that stuff? Do I think we should make legislation to restrict people with mental illnesses from owning firearms? No. I mean, I could say it louder and more emphatically, but no. And this might seem crazy to you, but I'm going off the simple basis of, if that legislation would be passed, I could have my firearms taken from me. Because because I'm ADHD. I don't say that with any shame, or, I'm not embarrassed because of it. It's a part of who I am. I mean, it's part of the makeup of my personality. It's how my head works. It's how I respond to situations and all that. It's just a part of who I am. But I could see in the future, you saying, oh, that's just a disability. It's not mental illness. Well, when you start making laws on how people can and cannot defend themselves, you begin on a slippery slope. Now, the initial laws, I do not think, will restrict people with learning disabilities like me from owning firearms. I don't think that'll happen off the bat. But I can see further down the road somebody coming along and saying, oh, because you have a problem with keeping your attention sometimes, just like it's annoying me that the lamp from my desk is lighting up my hand more than my face. Anyways, further adding fuel to their argument. Since you can't keep attention all the time, since you lose attention, since sometimes your judgment is impaired by your hyperactivity, or blah, 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 all and on down the line, it's not safe for you to handle firearms, You could be a danger to yourself and others because you're not mentally capable of owning a firearm. See how slippery that is? Even though I've taken a handgun training course, and I am a better shot with my shield than most police officers are with their full-size handguns, and I practice shooting, doing about 200 rounds a month since I've owned my shield, and I practice not quite as many rounds, but just about as much with my shotgun and my AR. I practice being a good marksman and being able to make my shots if I have to use them. And I hope I never do. But some people could throw that all out the door just because, well, I don't think clearly, or they think so, or my mind doesn't work right, so therefore I shouldn't own a firearm. That's why I oppose any kind of mental illness check before owning a firearm, because you get down a really slippery slope that could and probably will restrict plenty of perfectly competent and capable people from owning firearms. That is why I don't like people talking about checking mental illnesses and legislating mental illnesses as related to firearms. So with that, let me know what you think of in this description, and don't write in my description. Comments. Give me your comments below. Give me your thoughts on the matter. Does my hand being lit up more than my face also annoy you, and all the other stuff I've talked about in this video? But other than that, please like, share, subscribe if you like my videos. Want more of them? Let me know what you like and don't like about them. But other than that, I'll remind you to walk a Christian walk and carry a loaded Glock.